Plaintiff Larry Griffin says 3 months after he had casual sex with the defendant, she claimed to be pregnant with his child. Larry claims since the child's birth 15 years ago, his wages have been garnished. But he petitioned the court for a paternity test because he does not believe he's the father. He's suing for a child support refund. Defendant Jamie Johnson insists she and Larry were in a relationship when she got pregnant. But after he cheated with a married woman, he went to jail. Jamie insists Larry is the biological father of her 15-year-old daughter, and she's countersuing for child support and emotional distress.
Start with you.
Your Honor, for 13 years I paid for a child that is not mine.
Why did you do it then?
The wages were garnished out of my check.
Oh. You didn't tell them it wasn't your child?
Yeah.
Like maybe the first year?
I petitioned the court for a DNA test recently, but yeah, for 13 years I paid child support. And I mean, I knew the child wasn't mine. I met Jamie in '97. When we had met, we had casual sex. She came back 3 months saying that she was pregnant with my child.
What was your response?
My response was, no, it can't be mine. You know what I mean? There's no way that, you know, we never talked about having a child or anything of that nature.
Okay. Then what?
Well, then they started garnishing the wages out of my check, right? Because I didn't show up for court in Omaha, Nebraska.
Okay, maybe you didn't try and go the next week?
Oh, I had to work.
The next month?
I had to work, so I couldn't.
For 13 straight years, you couldn't take a day off.
Well, every time I tried to get out to Omaha, it was, you know what I mean? It was always something going on.
How much total have you paid for 13 years?
A lot of money, so.
Let's see, even if it's $1,000 a year, that's over 13,000.
Right.
So, instead of you finding a way to get back to Omaha, you just paid 13 grand.
Well, I guess to be serious with you, you know, if she needed money that bad, you know what I mean, and she went that hard to get the money, you know, by lying to the court, then, you know, I felt as though there's no reason for me to tell the truth because they're obviously going to believe her over me. So.
But today you've asked for a paternity test 13 years later.
13 years later.
Why didn't you do it the first year?
I was in the military.
Okay.
The military doesn't do paternity tests. They don't, and they don't do abortions either.
So in the military,
right?
All you women, listen up. All you have to do is get somebody's name that's in the Army.
Right.
And say, hey, I had a baby by.
Right.
And you all don't do paternity tests, so just take it out of his check.
Right.
Where you get him from? You give me some background, ma'am.
Okay, Your Honor, first of all, he's lying pretty much about everything.
Tell me about you all meeting and...
Okay, we met, he was in the Air Force, we met there. We were together basically the whole entire time I was pregnant until he started cheating on me with another woman that was also in the military. Then he got it dishonorable discharge due to adultery, was put in jail through the military.
They discharge folks for adultery?
Yes, they do. And he was in jail when I actually had our daughter.
They put you in jail for cheating?
He went to jail for adultery. And yes, yes.
What do you do to get the chair? Wow.
They kept telling...
Is she serious? They jailed you?
They put me in jail because she said that I had her child and I wouldn't take responsibility for it.
Oh, for failure to pay child support.
Well,
then they will
basically
allegedly.
If a woman's having your child and you fail to be there for the child, you know, how does that look on the military? So.
All right. So we got a lot of guys I need to order to the military. That'll solve a lot of problems out here. Go ahead, ma'am. So
that all happened. He was in jail. After he got out of jail, me and him tried to make things work, got an apartment, tried to do things right. You know, I was trying to do things right for our daughter. Okay, then we got into an argument. He physically abused me, got arrested. I drew the line, told him we weren't going to be together anymore. So what it all boils down to is he was asking me, if you're not going to be with me, I'm going to leave. So I'm like, bye, because, you know, I don't really care. At this point, tell you the truth, he disgusted me because he cheated on me the whole time I was pregnant, okay, and I caught him. So then, you know, just everything's been going on. He has acknowledged my daughter. I have emails that he sent her telling her that he loves her so much.
When did he
took care
ever
of her.
question the paternity
Never
as he is
questioned
today?
it. Never questioned it until like when he must have called the show, and then he started Facebooking me saying, I'm not the bio. I'm not the bio. I don't know what you're talking about.
Sir, did you only recently question paternity?
No, I think there's always been the question.
When did you first mention it to her, though?
But she told me that it was mine when she came.
Okay.
You know, she was big as a house. You know what I mean?
That's the first time you mentioned it?
My supervisor had put I guess a block on her coming on base.
Okay. Let's get to the counterclaim you're suing for is child support as well. So you tell me about your counterclaim.
I'm just suing for back child support that he hasn't paid for.
The paternity test is going to determine all of this, who gets what and when it happens. All right. Doyle, you want to do the honors of going to get the DNA test? So what's been going on over these, 13 years? You've been a father to her or not?
No, like I said, she didn't want me in the child's life because she said that I was a woman beater, so she didn't want me to.
Ma'am?
Can my daughter come in here? She's out there, wanted to come in.
You sure?
I'm sure. She's 15. She's
Okay. All right. You want to go and get her, Doyle?
Yeah, sure.
Have you prohibited him from having a relationship?
He's never wanted anything to do with her. He's never really tried, you know, because every time he does call and we do speak, it comes back to, I'm going to come and be with you. We should be together. So I just hang up on him because it disgusts me.
Because he wants to be with you?
Me and him have nothing to do with her. She's a whole, complete, different.
But he still wants to be with you.
This is my fiance I've been with for 8 years. I have another son, 2 more kids with him, and I don't care.
You still chasing her down after all these years?
Oh, no.
That's what she says. He still wants your mom, doesn't he? That's right. State your name.
Kaylee.
What do you want to tell me?
I don't really care if he's my father because he hasn't been in my life for like 13 years. And I have like a wonderful stepdad, and then I have my brother's dad that took care of me when my mom was with him. So I don't really need him.
You don't really know him?
I don't really know him. I mean, I've been talking to him. You know, he says that he loves me sometimes, and then other times he tells me that he's my mom's sperm donor. So it's
He
like,
told you this?
Yeah, he told me that.
Excuse me, Your Honor.
He told me
Yes,
that.
sir.
You mind if I-
Stand up. State your name.
Craig Hansel.
What do you want to tell me?
I just want to say, you know, Kelly's come to us, you know, when she's gotten those Facebook, you know, responses and all that. And it's just really upsetting. And, you know, just trying to be there for her emotionally.
Yeah.
You know, it's just a little disturbing.
He told you that, really? What did you think when he said that to you?
I just hung up on him.
Sir, did you say this to her?
Sperm donor? No.
How often have you spoken with him? Every month? Every 3 months? 6 months?
Every month.
Okay.
Yeah.
What do you all talk about?
How I'm doing in school and how he wants me to come visit him and
Okay. Well, it sounds like he wants to be a part of your life.
yeah.
Why haven't you allowed it then?
My mom doesn't really like him.
Ma'am?
I don't really
Sounds like-
Because then when he talks to me, it's, I'm not her father. I'm not, you know, I'm not her bio. It's like 2 totally different personalities. You got to understand. He'll talk to her like, oh, little Ubu,
Yeah, I love you. Come and see
I
me.
love you, blah, blah. And then he'll tell me she's not his. He doesn't want anything to do with her. You know, it's, and then that's why.
How does she know that? You tell her that?
No, I don't tell her that.
Well,
I
how
just
does
tell her
she know?
because he every other so often tells her the same thing.
He tells me
And
a
a lot of
that
the conversations
he's not
are on
He tells you a
speakerphone.
lot of that?
well, he tells me that he loves me, and then he tells my mom that I'm not his.
That's what your mom
And
tells
it
you.
confuses me because I don't know
Mom,
what he
you
means.
shouldn't be telling her this.
Wow.
That was a big mistake. He might tell her anything. They probably do harbor resentment. And so he says all kind of outlandish things to her. Crazy talk to her. She talk crazy back to him. Well, you're not going to see her. Yeah, you're right. She's not yours. What kind of man are you? You're no type of man. I'm not sending her. You'll never see her again. And then he says, well, I don't want her. She's not mine anyway. So you go ahead. You let that son of a gun, you let him raise her. You let him pay for her. Out of anger.
No commitment to it anyway.
That's out of anger. When he talks to her, he's telling his daughter how he feels. Young lady, I think your mom has been making a mistake in allowing you to get involved in their arguments. I think that's what's been happening. And the times that he may have allowed that anger to carry over to you, I think he recognizes he made a mistake. I'm going to ask you to step out so I can straighten him out on this, because this is nothing but nonsense you all are bringing in here to me. And sir, you should encourage her differently. You know that's your daughter. Here, I'm not going to even go through no mystery. This isn't Maury number 1. That's your daughter. You know you're not getting a refund. You sound like a fool. You sound like a fool. You have a statement showing that he owes you child support, ma'am, from the child support agency. And I hope parents who are watching this today learn a lesson. Your daughter has heard you say you love her. You talk to your daughter every month. And if it wasn't for you putting that nonsense in her head, she probably would have a decent relationship. Hey, let her be a part of that nonsense, ma'am.
He has never told me he wanted to see her. He has always denied her.
Because he's always mad with you. You shouldn't talk with him. What are you talking to him about?
You can't talk to him.
Right, so don't.
Okay.
If somebody tells you that it's not their kid, then it's not your kid.
You knew she was yours. You knew she's been yours since day one.
So you never told me that.
You took her to South Carolina and Cleveland to meet your whole family when
so
she
you never
was
told me
10
that she's not
months.
mine.
You're both nuts, so you told each other all type of crazy stuff. Your judgment for you, ma'am. The back child support, as I see the balance. Your claim is dismissed. Have a good day, guys.
I just want to say I never told her that he didn't want to be her father, didn't want to see her. She knows all this because one day he'll tell her he's her father, the next day he'll tell her that he's not her father, that he's a sperm donor and that he doesn't want anything to do with her. Then it'll go back a month later that he loves her again. And that's why I wanted to get this finalized and prove that he's the father today, so he doesn't make her do this every time he talks to her.
I mean, I understand the tears. I cry every day. So it's just one thing after another. You want her to move on with another family, but you know it's still the same. You also want her to know who you are. So.